Miles V. Individuals that have been speaking to him.
Interesting.
So I'm still generally net positive on him, but after hearing that conversation, I'm trying to get it like sussed out. See if there's any truth to it and whether see, the thing is, despite all that, Thomas Dwayne is still the best candidate. The concern that I have is, who else is there, like, as an option? You can't put your own up there, right?
I mean, we can to an extent.
Yeah, but that puts a target on her back, doesn't it?
Depends on the degree of separation, right? I need to have a business meeting with Splainer, so if you guys want to go and purchase a laptop or whatever, I can meet up with you in like 10 minutes.
Do we want to purchase it right away or come up with a plan and set up first, since it's going to be like a...
I think we should wait for Donnie if we're going to do it with him, but I don't know when he's going to be around.
Yeah, exactly. I think so too, because if we purchase it and then Donnie doesn't come into the city, then we're hosed.
Hey, let's go talk.
Yeah.
Glued to the can.
Hey, Splainer, let's go to the office.
Glued to the can.
Alrighty, sure.
Glued to the can. Can I?
For just one laptop, yeah, we want to try to hit a bank tonight, but now with this fucking shit with the business, I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong, obviously, like, criminals shouldn't run businesses, but I feel like they should, like, be more lenient on it for the sake of having, like, actual business instead of RP, unless they want to kill it, but this is my opinion. All right, so what's going on exactly, Splainer? Splainer, are you there?
You have to clear your throat, maybe?
Sorry, I gotta speak loudly to get over this table. I didn't realize.
Yeah, just about a medium range, you should be fine.
Yeah. I just didn't want to hear anybody else hear a conversation that may be privileged. So essentially, this is coming from another one of my clients. Is that it seems like that the district attorney is starting to try to petition and lobby the mayor to basically let the district attorney off the leash when it comes to going after businesses that are owned by felonious individuals.
What does that mean, though? That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, essentially what she can try to do is say, well, why are we enabling these people who are probably getting money from their business to do criminal things, you know? She's trying to make the business guilty by association to its owner.
Who is she, the mayor?
No, this would be the district attorney, Miss Green.
And what's her full name?
Paige Green.
Paige Green. So she has an issue with an establishment like the Rooster's Rest employing over 35 people who work here every single day to make an honest living, is what you're saying.
She's saying that the ends that the Rooster's Rest is providing to a lot of these people does not justify the possibility that it may be funneling resources to felonious individuals.
And what proof of this does she have? Or is she just assuming a little bit too much and wants to kill every business in the city?
She's essentially going for the operation is corrupt in association with a, air quotes, corrupt individual. So the way that you protect yourself from this is by adding a layer of obfuscation. And the way that you do that is by saying...
Who is the corrupt individual exactly?
It would be whoever is in ownership and management of the organization that has a criminal record. So if any of your... If you had a felony on your record, she could come after you and your business.
I thought you said that they couldn't do that unless they caught you doing, like selling drugs at the restaurant, for example.
Well, that's my logic, but she's going to try for something a little bit more aggressive.
She's going to kill the entire city's business economy then.
I can fight her off and I can get her. Any attempts that she makes, as long as we have the right paperwork in order, she's not going to be able to stand against it. Because essentially the argument that I'm setting up against her is that, yes, you may own it, but do you have day-to-day operations with it? Or are you hands-on with it? According to the paperwork, no. You're just the owner. You're the person who sets this up and you're its proprietor, but the person who operates it is somebody else who has a clean record, meaning that it has there's again that layer of obfuscation between you and your business. So in order for them to hold the business guilty by association, the person that they now associate the business to is your named chief executive officer, whoever that may be.
Right. And so where do I keep a stake in the business still without having this fucking dumbass come after me? How does that work?
Essentially, the way it works is it's setting up a third tier. So you know how I explained the relationship between owners and registered agents to you earlier? The owners, the complete and total control of the business. The registered agents are just delegates to the owner. The owner said these people can speak on my behalf if I'm not around. A chief executive officer is a third level below that the owner and the registered agents control. So the owner and the registered agents can appoint a chief executive officer, and the chief executive officer is in charge of operating the business. And that's where the layer of obfuscation comes into play. If you have a operator for the business that is not also the owner, they cannot claim that the operation of the business is not guilty by association.
And now, is she gonna buy this, you think?
She has no choice to, because essentially what's going to happen is the instant that she tries to file any sort of case against a felonious person's business license and they're under my umbrella of protection, I'm going to throw these article of organization into her face and say, no, you can't say that they're guilty by association, because while he is the owner and proprietor, he is not the operator of the business. The operation of the business is clean. And the only thing that a business license does is says that a business is allowed to operate. So by the logic standing in front of you, you have no grounds for claim. Get out of here. And that's the argument I'm trying to set up.
All right, now, Petunia, your record is clear, right?
Correct.
Okay, so how can we do this as soon as humanly possible?
I already have the paperwork ready. I just need signatures.
All right, let's get it done right away.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll shoot it over to both of you. So do you want Petunia to be CEO of Nest Holdings and Roosters?
Yes. I mean, yeah. Petunia,
Cluck
don't
yeah.
fuck me. I'll break your neck.
Love you.
Alrighty, so let's see. Langbuda is going to be the owner. Do you have registered agents that you want assigned to this, or can we just do that later?
I think let's just slow that. I want Donnie to be here for this, but we have to get this done right now. And we also probably should take this very slowly. I want to see how this DA is going to react. So for now, let's just do me and Petunia, and then once this is all official and stated, can we then induct Donnie and a few other people have in mind?
Yeah, we can file an amendment later.
Perfect. So let's just get it done, me and Petunia.
Okay, let me do something real quick to get Petunia's name on here, and then we should be good. So Petunia Berkshire is going to be named CEO. Langbuda is going to be named owner. Let's see here. That should be good.
You better get Petunia Prio as a CEO now. Guys, I have zero pull on who gets Prio on the server. Zero.
Okay, so we can go ahead and get started with Nest Holdings. Can I get, let's see, Mr. Buddha, if I remember correctly, you're 1391?
Correct, 1391.
Alrighty, and Ms. Brookshire, yours?
It is 1170.
Alrighty, you should both have a copy of it. I'm going to go ahead and prepare it for signatures, and we should be good on that one. Just confirming one more time, that was 1170, Ms. Brookshire?
Correct.
I just signed.
Alrighty. Petunia, it's sent over to you. Do you want me to go over this document with you real quick, or do you have a good understanding of what it is?
I fucking trust you with my life.
Alrighty. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with Rooster's Rest.
There we go.
Oh, it's actually not long, so we can read it. This is to be managed by articles. The entities to be managed by owners and registered agents, reserve authority to control chief.
There you go. Alrighty, that's over to Rooster's Rest. One is also over to you all. Let's see here.
Oh, there you go. Simple. All good.
Oh, and you've also signed the Nest Holdings retainer. That's fantastic.
Yes.
I was about to bring that back up to you because I didn't know if you had signed it yet.
I did, and then Petunia can handle any sort of payments you require. All right.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Because that's something that I would also talk about is the first week's payment, because I've been working for you for about a week.
Yep. Whatever the fees are, just let Petunia know. She'll cut you a check from the business account, and we should be good. And Petunia, just write it down as lawyer fees.
Got it.
Sounds good. So what I'm going to do from here is, now that this is signed by... Actually... just want to make sure that this is all in order. Yeah, Mr. Boot, I just need your signature on the Rooster's Rest one as well, and then we should be good to go.
Boom, there you go, done.
Let me confirm that I have both of them signed and ready to file. Let's go down to Nest Holdings. Signatures, both are signed. Alrighty, good to go. Alrighty.
All right, Splinter, I cannot express how grateful I am for to have you as a lawyer and your law firm to represent the company.
I'm happy that we can have a mutually beneficial relationship. I'm happy to work for you.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to even more business in the future. As a matter of fact, I have a case I would like to file if possible.
Okay.
If we're all done here with the Rooster stuff anyways, for now.
Yeah, all I needed was I needed to amend those documents to add that layer for the chief executive officer. And now that that's all signed, I just need to give that to the mayor and you're good.
Okay.
All right, so I would like to sue Officer Ripley. Not sure his first. I don't know if that's his first or last name, to be frank. I told you the story, I think, already, right?
I think you mentioned it yesterday, but you wanted to get the paperwork stuff done, so that was our primary focus. You said you wanted to sue a cop. The situation was still developing, so you didn't have many details on that.
So you tell me here if we have a case, all right? Okay, so he first showed up to the establishment. We were closed, had a bunch of employees outside. He parks his car on our private property, right? We ask him nicely, sir, can you please move the car? It's private property. We're not open right now. He kind of gets an attitude. Eventually, I call the tow truck guy because he refused to move the car, right? Tow truck guy shows up. At that point, he focuses his attention on the tow truck driver, turns on his fucking sirens in a very annoying manner, and I believe he tried to arrest the tow truck driver. Eventually, he gets in his car and he moves his car and drives away. Now, about 2 hours later, there's a man in my establishment while we're open. Gets very aggressive with customers. I ask him to leave. He then pulls a gun and is posing a major threat, right? So at that point, I called 911 and I'm like, hey, there's a guy with a gun here. He's causing a bunch of commotion. Please come help. At that point, he responded. Ripley told me to go ahead and call a tow truck driver. When I called 911 in distress, begging for an officer's, aid. So he responds with, go call a tow truck driver. And then after he said that, at this point, the armed man goes and kidnaps somebody and throws him in a car, and I'm spam calling 911, begging and begging and begging for help, and nobody shows up. Then maybe 5-10 minutes after that, a cop showed up briefly, drove past, and then just drove away.
Okay, so you could have a very big case on your hands, and do you happen to know the identity of the kidnapper, the aggressor? Because I remember this conversation now. Yeah,
I think. Okay, this is kind of weird. He claims. I don't want to put this on Petunia, but I think he claimed to be Petunia's brother, but I don't think he's this guy, and he's just claiming these crazy things. He has cornrows. He's a black male. Average height. I didn't get his name though. I can ask my employees to see if they remember his name, because they probably do. They probably have a better memory than me.
Okay, if we could get that person's name, then I could pull their criminal record and I could sue them as well. Did you record the response from Officer Ripley that he told you to call a tow truck driver?
Did I record it?
Yeah, did you get a copy of that 911 response? To call a tow truck
sadly,
driver?
I didn't know where to go to pull the phone records of it, but I'm sure there's a way we can pull it, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, don't be fucking cringe, man.
That's kind of a hit or a miss. I can try to subpoena it, but I don't know if the records of the dispatch system go back that far or if they're that detailed.
Right, now, does that matter when an officer can't really lie under oath? Because I'm sure he'll admit to doing this, right?
He might. I could call him in to testify and see if he's the one who performed the response. But if there's no concrete evidence to hold him against, he could try to lie. Yes. I would file charges of perjury against him, but without that concrete evidence to pin him against the wall, he might wiggle out from underneath it.
So our best bet might be to try to ask the police department to see if they have these records, right? I'm sure they have to have some sort of record of 911 calls. No.
Yeah, I would call them and see how far back it was. What specific day was this on?
It was 3 days ago, I believe, or 4. I can give you more details when I talk to my employees about it.
because if we can get the specific name of the aggressor, and we can if we can get the specific name of the aggressor, and if we can get some way to pull up that record of that 911 call, then that would be great. But usually the best way to have that kind of evidence is to record it yourself. So if a cop does something particularly egregious like that again, just capture a little recording of it, and we would be able to use that.
Yeah, in the moment I wanted to record it, but they already said those things, and I just felt weird trying to record it. I was kind of hoping just have these logged to the police department. They should, right?
They should, and I can certainly bark up that tree, and I'll let you know how it goes.
All right, perfect. Well, keep me updated, and then that's pretty much it for today.
Okay, sounds good.
Explainer, I appreciate you. We're very grateful to have you working for us. And if you ever need an office, I don't have one right now. You feel free to use any of our hotel rooms we have in the back. They're kind of not in use right now, so.
Oh, sure, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, I'm totally fine. Come by anytime in an office. Just let Petunia know. She'll give you a key to her room.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
All right, Explainer. I appreciate you.
Yep.
It's your big moment, Petunia. Don't fuck me.
I'm not gonna cluck you.
Miss Brookshire, do you need to see a copy of the retainer
Oh,
agreement
and,
that I signed with Mr. Buda?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
please.
Go ahead and she'll cut you the check. Call me if you need anything. Okay,
Yeah.
Petunia.
Will do.
Thank you again, guys. I'm very excited for this. Very excited.
Cluck you.
So let's see.
All right, it's official. Petunia CEO.
Wait, Captain Ingot,